I think it's important that the World Health Organization has identified cell phone use as a potential cancer risk. And I agree with the conclusion. I think what really pertains here is the precautionary principle. The burden of proof is on the industry and on those who want to say there is no risk involved.
People need to be aware that there is this epidemiological data out there that's linking electromagnetic radiation and health effects.
So I think it's not unwise to take precautions, meaning, for example, instead of having the cell phone up against your ear, you could have a microphone that's distant, such as on a cord. You can talk into the microphone. You could have an earphone.
Of course, the big worry is that children are now using mobile phones extensively, and that was never the case before. So we're now looking for the first time at lifelong exposure, decades of exposure, and nobody knows what the implications of that might be.
When my 8-month-old grandson showed that he was really smart with a phone, I began to get curious about what we knew about cell phones, and what I found really concerned me. I learned that other countries, namely Israel and England, had already issued warnings that children should not even use cell phones. Then I began to do research on this about 7 years ago. The brain of a child absorbs twice as much radiation as an adult. That's a stunning fact. Few people are aware of it. And we are marketing phones and pushing advertising with E-Trade babies talking into cell phones and children running businesses with little phones as though they're benign devices.
And certainly cell phones are something that everyone uses a lot, and it's in close proximity to the body. So I think it's not unreasonable to inform the consumers about these effects and giving information that allows the consumer to make judgments about how they use the cell phones.
There are a couple of things about the potential increase in cancer risk associated with cell phone use that would make it very hard to identify at this point. One is the timeline for the development of cancer tends to be protracted. For most cancers, it's minimally a decade. For many, it's 2 decades, and for some, it's longer than that. And consequently, if we've been using cell phones for about a decade in the U.S., widespread use, it's simply too soon. It's really just now that we would start to see the impact in terms of cancer development.